So you've probably heard about Trump talking about a $1 trillion deal, $100 million deal, $100 billion deal with Qatar, UAE, and even Saudi Arabia, which is basically Dubai, Qatar, and Saudi. But in general, are these deals even true? Does Trump really have the infrastructure or like the capability of doing these things? Well, my name is Roman, aka BizWiz, and let's just dive a little bit deeper into if these deals are actually true and what it means for America. So while this video is being made, the biggest news right now is that these deals have already been done, and apparently America has accepted a $500 million jet from Qatar for Trump to use, and there was a little bit of like a national crisis for a little bit, but the Defense Department accepted it, so it doesn't seem like it's going to be as big of a deal as it, how do I say, could have been, but it just sounded like really random. But basically, in the last week or so, Trump became the highest civilian of honor and became part of the Order of Zayed in the UAE. And people were talking about like a $100 billion deal with America and Qatar. And with all the deals coming up and there being like $1.2 billion, $1.4 billion, a lot of things were being thrown out there. And eventually, it got to a point where we had over $2 trillion. That's what Trump claimed as deals with these countries. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't think $2 trillion is just going to come into America by the end of tomorrow, okay? I think with these deals, I think everyone kind of expects that, or everyone should at least expect that these deals are going to be over maybe a decade or so, but maybe even 20 years, 5 to 20 years, give or take. So it's not like we just get $2 billion of deals and everything's cool. $2 trillion of deals. And I mean, that number is already crazy enough to wrap around. But America is a country with like a GDP of like 20 to 30 trillion dollars already, and somehow a debt even bigger than that. So it's very interesting to see that these things are happening, and just to talk a little bit more about them and what this means. So I think personally, with the tariffs and everything, and with all the deals being made, they're bringing back more jobs for America and more deals or better deals for trades and tariffs and imports and exports with America and these other countries. I've been thinking that that's what has been happening in the last few months. I know everything didn't look good in the beginning when these tariffs are being called out around February or March. It's led into April, and now it's May. Now we've had the trade tariff battle with China with over 145%, now dropping to like 20 or 30%. China coming with their 125% tariff, dropping it to 10%. And all these things have been happening. There's been a 90-day tariff ban, and a lot of things have changed in the last few months. And if you're able to invest during the lows and stay during the highs, you would probably have made about 10 to 20% in the last 2 or 3 months, give or take. So I personally had some money in the stock market. My stocks have gone back up about 12 or 13%, which I'm very happy about. But I should have invested in the dip, and that's personally my fault. Me personally, I was busy with a lot of other things and wasn't really paying attention to the stock market as much as I should have, and realizing that, hey, maybe this is just a short-term dip and possibly it could go up. But I'm just learning, and I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys have any stories about buying? Did you guys sell? Buy high, sell low, buy low, sell high? Let me know in the comments below what you guys did about the whole situation, and it'd be very cool to hear your stories. But with all these deals happening, it really does seem once again that Trump is trying to have a more deal-centric thing with America and these other countries and promote positive trades more than the trade deficits that we've been receiving over the last few years. And now, I mean, not even years, it's been decades since we had trade deficits. Nancy Pelosi talked about the trade deficit with China being about like $40 billion like 3 decades ago. Now, the trade deficit with China is 3 times ours, and it's $300 billion. So I find that very interesting to hear and to see and to know. And with all these trades happening, it kind of would seem like we are boosting the economy for America, whether we deserve it or not. I mean, if everything's from the art of the deal, then it would seem like this is a good thing, that America is getting more jobs. I mean, Trump bought the president of Boeing over to Qatar, and now they have a $100 billion deal with over 200 airplanes being made. It just seems like the economy for America looks brighter and brighter with everything happening. Sorry about that little disturbance, but yeah, in all seriousness, with everything happening, once again, the deals and everything, it really does seem like Trump is trying to promote a more positive economy for America. And I know with all the things that have been happening, it doesn't seem like things are going to go that way. But with more and more positives that I've been seeing recently in the coming weeks and months, it does really seem like we're going to get put back on track with trying to become or try to salvage becoming a global powerhouse. I feel like every 100 years they talk about the powerhouses being replaced, whether it was from France to England, into England to America, into America now being in the 21st century. It seems that our power has been dwindling. We're about like $30 trillion in debt once again, with our GDP being about the same size in 1 year, which I mean, $30 trillion, I don't even know how to quantify, because it honestly is just so much money that there's not really an example I can give to talk about how much 30 trillion is. I mean, the most richest and powerful people, I mean, worth like 100 or 200 billion, which is only like 1/5 of that. So if you take 1/5 of that, multiply it by 5, and then you gotta multiply it by like another 30, that's 150 times more than the richest person in the world right now. So it's crazy to me to know that what's going on right now is not something that happens on the regular. I know with every single day and all the news that's been coming out, obviously everything can't be the same or the regular, but topics and news like this seem like something that can change the course of a country for the better for the coming decade, or the coming 2 decades, or the coming years in general. I mean, this isn't something that just happens on a regular where all these deals are being made with countries, and that's why I've decided to review these topics. I feel like topics like these are very, how do I say this? Topics like these are very talked about. Topics like these deserve to have some light shed on them from a very neutral perspective. And personally for me, I didn't vote for Trump or Kamala during the last election. And in general, I don't think I've ever really voted in general for one side or the other. I mean, if I had to pick, I think I would have voted for Trump against Hillary Clinton, but like in general, yes, my family is very conservative, but I personally, I feel like I'm more of a neutral party more than anything. I mean, everyone really always tries to pick what side you are and whatnot, but it's like, personally for me, I believe in the freedom of humans. I believe the rights of everyone. Everyone should be getting paid well. People should be living well off of their jobs. And I mean, people should have rights, men, women, people, like in general, just anyone who's a person, or animals and whatnot, should be treated correctly. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with also having smart business decisions and tax breaks for companies that provide hundreds and thousands of jobs for people. Like I don't understand what the whole big deal is with the both mixes, but everyone is somehow painted a villain one way or another. And personally for me, I just like talking about these things and hearing other people's thoughts. Like, do you think that these deals are promoting a positive economy for America? Do you think America is going to deserve a positive economy down the line, or these are just a setup for everyone to get trapped and to get screwed over? Like, let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Once again, my name is Roman, aka BizWiz, and I mean, yeah, in general, these topics are always going to be very interesting to talk about, and these topics are going to be around for quite some time, because it seems that every time Trump gets elected, change is going to happen, and a lot of change is going to be reprimanded, and things that normally would take years, tons of months, just start happening very quickly, and change it seems like it happens overnight. Really, that's what it seems like. And every day there's always some new change happening, rather than every few weeks, every few months something's happening. It just seems like it's constantly happening, and just so much to talk about for people that want to stay informed that things like this can be happening. And I don't know, man. I really hope the best for everyone involved. I really don't want people to get screwed over in deals, but it seems like, as of right now, America still has a $1 trillion deficit trading yearly. And with everything that's been happening, whether you come from the China and America trade tariff war from 145% all the way down to 30 and 10%. And I mean, it's just been crazy what's been happening these last few months. I mean, people have been losing their minds about what's been happening. Everyone's been I don't know if people are calling for impeachment or whatnot, but I definitely do think like things have been happening at a level that haven't really been talked about or has happened really before and ever in history, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah, once again, it seems like with Trump and the UAE and their $2 trillion deal over probably the next decade or two, it seems that we have a more positive manufacturing imports coming in and exporting with these countries in a friendlier alliance with everything happening. And just overall, I think I'm pro-America with more and more what's been happening. In the beginning, I was a little unsure, but it started to make more sense the more things started happening. And we're still part of the 90 days of trade tariffs and deals happening. So hopefully things continue pattern the way they do and something crazy like COVID doesn't happen once again and things don't just absolutely get wiped out towards the end. But yeah, with all these new things that have been happening and all these jets being made from Boeing into Qatar, it seems that over 100,000 jobs are going to be made with these deals at the very least. About 100 to 200,000, at least that's what they say. And hopefully more jobs to come and more American prosperity. My name is Roman, aka Young BizWiz. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care. Peace.